Yo, what's good, everybody? I appreciate y'all tuning in. I was actually not planning to do a live. I actually put a comment on the page not doing a live, but hey, most times I struggle stream. This time I was having some issues, so I couldn't even get the video I wanted to put out. So I was like, all right, well, let me just do something else. And as I was, scrolling through YouTube on my phone, I found something interesting related to Diddy and the accuser that I thought was uh, very interesting and worth talking about. So I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this video and jump in. As always, I'm Marcus, the Debt Free Dad. Attorney reactions, not legal, not financial advice, none of that. Opinion, infotainment purposes. Now, this first story we're going to talk about, because I thought it was actually interesting. It was a good mashup. I had edited this mashup, but again, technical difficulties lead us here. But as always, if I use some content, I want to give a shout out to the channel. I saw this on a channel called A Minion with a Pinion. It was an actual great mashup. And it started me to thinking about lies. The super mayor, the Thornton trustee supervisor, Tiffany Henyard, has been caught in a really big lie. I've been seeing it all over YouTube. I couldn't get in. They held me out. But videos show you with your pink beanie and pink pants, and they're chilling. And so I thought, what is the worst lie that Tiffany Henyard has told that we have actual verified, confirmed facts that is absolute bullshit? I was like, what is the worst lie? So I kind of dove down this rabbit hole, and it was a lot of things to go down with regard to misinformation that was actually proven to be lies, all BS. We were able to find it and easily. Actually, you just type in, you'll be amazed at what you find up if you do a Google search for Tiffany Henyard lies. And so I was diving down this rabbit hole because I wanted to see what was the absolute most ridiculous lie that she told, not by impact, because there are probably lies that were told that were much more impactful. But I'm talking about the worst lie that was told that had the most amount of facts to prove that it in fact was 100% bullshit. And I think I found the video. So again, shout out to the YouTube channel, A Minion with a Pinion. This is where I found the video from. Let's go ahead and check out this mashup because it's actually kind of ridiculous. And then afterwards, we're going to dive into a brief segment where we're going to talk about a Diddy accuser who actually conducted an interview. I didn't see this coming today. I didn't even know this happened. I just happened to find it. Amazingly, I haven't seen anyone talking about it, but we're going to actually dive into that video. It's kind of wild, but hey, when you're going through the legal drama that Diddy is going through and that Jay-Z look like he is entering this foray, you're going to have everybody coming out of the woodworks. And that interview was actually pretty interesting, I think. We're going to check it out. First, let's go into the super mayor who cried wolf, but I don't know. The boy who cried wolf, he told lies and told the truth, but nobody believed him. And in this scenario, she tells lies. I don't know if she's told the truth and nobody just believed any of her further lies. So it's a little bit different, but we're going to go ahead and dive into it. All right, let's start out with this video. This by far, go to the YouTube channel, check it out, A Minion with Opinion. The Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation is the most ridiculous lie that Tiffany Henyard has ever told. And if you all think it's a much more egregious lie out there, not with regard to the impact of the lie, I'm talking about the amount of evidence that's out there that's proves it's an actual lie and it's bullshit. So let's go ahead, check out this video. Great video and a good mashup. Let's get it.
What is the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation? You said it's not affiliated with you at all.
Correct.
Well, what is it?
So someone made up a foundation. They named it after me, and they like my work that I do in the community, and it's called Tiffany Henyard Cares.
In September of this year, I founded the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation.
Came to my house after that unannounced and try to get me to say somebody else started that foundation that did it. And so, all right.
Since then, we uncovered evidence that she used government staff, vehicles, and money for her namesake cancer charity.
It's not simply to say, oh, I got no involvement. Respectfully, Mayor, you do.
A non-for-profit organization whose mission is to find meaningful relief for people dealing with all types of cancer. Our goal is to provide resources and services for cancer patients as they fight for their lives.
WGN Investigates has learned nearly all of the money a South Suburban politician's cancer charity claims to have received in its first few months of activity came from taxpayers. It's the latest example of questionable spending by Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who also serves as Thornton Township Supervisor. The Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation was created in the fall of 2022 and heavily promoted by Henyard. The township board she oversees gave the foundation $10,000 days after its creation. A new filing with the Illinois Attorney General says the foundation only raised $3,000 additional dollars. WGN Investigates has previously reported thousands more dollars were charged to township credit cards during the charity's walk to Springfield. Henyard tried to distance herself from the foundation in a recent interview, claiming she had no involvement in the group's activities.
Whether it's wigs, prosthetics, or treatments, reduction of prescription drugs
that right on
for
time,
options,
Lisa.
support groups, or utility assistance. That is our focus. The Cancer Foundation supports everyone. The legislation supports our efforts. I am here before you as a representative of the people of Dalton and Township.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
The suburban mayor and township supervisor attempted to silence her critics through a series of interviews.
And you have been in the news a lot, so that's why I'm glad that you're up here today to clear up some things.
Yes, I'm here to lay the mess to rest.
We got elected to serve. That's it. We didn't get elected to make sure we like one another.
Those interviews took place in Washington, D.C. and New York, and Henyard traveled with a small entourage that was at least partially paid for by taxpayers. Residents began filling public meetings to demand answers after WGN Investigates exposed more than $100,000 spent on first-class travel, meals, and more. Credit card records show township taxpayers were charged more than $3,000 by a photographer who said he was paid to take pictures of Henyard on set. They also paid $561 for the photographer's airfare. At the same time, a township credit card was charged $1,100 for 13 Uber rides.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards.
This
As you
always
heard me
cracks
speak
up.
today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas?
Mm,
I always find that hilarious.
What is that?
no comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
You walk around as if you don't do anything, you don't make any decisions. And the first time I ever really questioned supporting this is when you went on this national platform and you said you didn't know anything about a foundation. But you forget that I was in certain rooms when certain things happened. And, you know, again, I always try to be tactful because, again, I don't like going back and forth. I don't like being center attention. I don't like all this. But I don't like to feel like I'm being lied on. I don't like to feel like, you know, we're not telling the truth. And the reason I don't support you is because you were not honest about that foundation. I was in the room when it started. And then you came to my house after that unannounced. It's trying to get me to say somebody else started that foundation that did it. And so, all right. Okay. Yeah, so you're trying to say anything about me not supporting for somebody else. I don't support you because of you. I don't support you because, again, you act like you don't make decisions. You make every decision, you know, and maybe you didn't execute it, but I was there. I was your assistant for 2 years. So you sit up here week after week, you sit up here month after month and pretend it. Like, and I've been kind to you, I've been patient, and I'm going to continue to be that way. You know, but, you know, you sit up here and say, I'm not supporting you any other reason because of you, it's wrong because I don't support you because of you. Not for Freeman, not for anybody else. I don't support you because you're not honest. You're not a good person. At the end of the day.
This edit is awful.
You need to leave? No, bitch.
I'm not gonna take the day because I can say so much stuff and just tarnish it right now. But I'm not gonna treat you that way. At the end of the day, the truth will be the truth, and the truth will come out. So,
and he got it to be continued. He can make content about Tiffany Henyard and her various lies, but I would have to say that the first 15 seconds of this video was the greatest. I don't think in measuring lies, you have to measure lies. I'm thinking one or two ways, or maybe three. What is the overall impact of the lie? Maybe four. What is the overall impact of the lie? What does it affect? What fact is the lie trying to omit or conceal? How much evidence is there to prove that there's actually a lie? And what was the fourth one? Those will probably be the three measuring sticks. And I don't think anything gets as worse as the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation. I think that one is one thing to say something and people have you on video doing something else. But it's another thing for you to say something, then come back and say something completely opposite as if you never said the first thing in the first place. That's actually insane. I just want to watch the first 15, 20 seconds or so for the people who missed it. Y'all can go back and watch the video. Y'all can go check out the YouTube channel. Shout out to A Minion with a Pinion. Great channel. And this was a great mashup because it saved me a lot of work. The charity was the worst scam. It was the worst lie ever told.
y'all black.
There you go.
Say to yourself.
What is the Tiffany Henyard Cares
Right here,
Foundation?
it's gold.
You said it's not affiliated with you at all.
Correct.
Well, what is it?
So someone made up a foundation. They named it after me, and they like my work that I do in the community, and it's called Tiffany Henyard Cares.
In September of this year, I founded the Tiffany Henyard Cares Foundation.
She came to my house.
Yo, she real talk honestly. Hold on, real talk honestly.
It's to find meaningful relief for people.
She actually is I don't know, I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, but this is like pathological liar behavior. Like, you say you didn't do something, but there's a gazillion videos with you actually promoting saying that you did. I think that's the most egregious lie that was told, just from a standpoint of there's so much evidence out there to prove that it's actual BS. May not be the most impactful lie, but I think it is the most ridiculous considering the amount of evidence out there that's contrary and counter to the lie that she's trying to tell. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I want to give a shout out and a round of applause to everybody in the chat. A round of applause to Pretty Eyes. I think she dropped the first comment, if I'm not mistaken. Everybody in the chat, Lisa, Cheryl. I see all y'all in the chat. Now, I want to pivot right quick because I wasn't intending to go live. So I wanted to pivot right quick. As I was looking, just going through my phone, like, all right, what can I talk about? What can I talk about? I saw an interview with a victim or an alleged victim against Sean Combs. And I thought this was interesting. It was on a viable news source. I believe it was CNN, if I'm not mistaken. I'm shocked at Roland. Roland didn't want to catch that lie. Roland was giving her softballs because some people are so pro-black, they defend any bullshit that they see a black person do. And I think that's what Roland got caught up in the first time around. He came back subsequently and was like, this is kind of some BS. But you got some people out there who like, oh no, we got to stick together for the cause. I don't know. I may show that video before we get out of here. I think the compulsive liar, yeah, I agree. It's ridiculous. It's like most liars, like when you got me, you like, okay, okay, you got me. But no, to lie in the presence of facts that are counter to your lie that you actually said on video, that's kind of fucking crazy. Yeah, I think he did catch it. His facial expression was like, girl, I'm trying to save you. But he should have taken her to task. Nah, I think he was just, all the lies on the video. 100. All her lies are on video. And also, it was a good comment that I missed. It was funny because it was about the wigs that were donated as soon as they said something about wigs being donated. Yeah, but I just think that, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I don't know. Did y'all see the story about the Boston councilwoman who got arrested for federal bribery charges? I saw a video where she just gave this impassioned speech about being black and being a woman. And I don't know. Maybe this is just me. Like, don't try to pull your woman or your race card for empathy, knowing you got some bullshit brewing. Like, that's just kind of me. I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear when somebody get caught up, they standing in the church and saying, "Oh, it's a travesty. We gonna fight." Everybody want to stand on the church and ask for redemption and the support of the church when shit goes south. The softest of balls. Facts, yeah. Highway robbery for the taxpayer money. I definitely agree. All right, let's go ahead and jump into this. Damn, I closed it out. What the hell am I doing? I'm tripping. I closed it out the wrong way. I had it all lined up. Now I got to bring it back. Give me 1 second. I apologize. I got too excited talking about that ridiculous lie. That was the most ridiculous lie I ever seen. It was just, oh, see, now I see. I'm looking on my, that's funny. See, I just saw the article. Now I see, let me show you. Hold on, let me pull this up. Now I just see breaking news. Diddy accuser comes forward. See, breaking news. Diddy may have 300 accusers coming forward. So now everybody's talking about it. Let me go ahead and go to, I put it on my watch later. Let's go here. CNN. Now I'm gonna tell y'all. Hello. Yeah. I got already text Alexis. Yeah, y'all good. All right, I'm on live. Bye. All right. My bad. So yeah, this popped up. I thought it was interesting. I said, you know what, we gotta make this big. I'm gonna be honest, 100% candor to the tribunal. I have not watched this full video. Oh man, I saw another video about a funny scam as well. I'm gonna let y'all pick after this. I'm gonna do one more story after we get through this Diddy video of the accuser, and then I'll let y'all pick the next video from two options that I got that we could go into. One I think is self-imposed stupidity. One is just another politician doing some stupid shit. Pardon my language. I try not to say the S word. Sometimes my curse words get a little egregious. I haven't watched this video. I saw it. I was like, yo, let's check it out. I watched till about right here, the 27-second mark. And then I was like, oh, this will be good to talk about. So let's go ahead, dive in, check it out. And I'll give a quick take on what implications, one, that this has, and how this could potentially impact cases against other celebrities in similar situations.
To work security at one. According to your lawsuit, you were hired by a security firm to work security at one of the infamous white parties that was thrown by Sean Combs in the Hamptons. What was that experience like?
Okay, now for purposes of protecting this person's PII, his personal identifiable information, they clearly blurred this guy out. They altered his voice. I think he originally filed his lawsuit. I'm assuming he had to have filed it as a John Doe, because otherwise everybody would know who he is and there would be no point in doing all of this. But yeah, they obscured the accuser's identity to protect his privacy. I'm saying the shit that's already on the screen. I'm sorry. I got to do better. All right, let's go back to the video. Now, at some point, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch it, but I think we know what Diddy probably did to this guy. So at some point, I may pause it if I could catch it. If not, we just going to play it through. But you know how YouTube is. They get a little sensitive sometimes.
At first, he was incredibly friendly, very gracious.
What was
John Doe hired to be security at Diddy's white party, which is wild. Hold up, real quick. I don't know if y'all caught that. I'm sorry. That just hit me what she said. What she said is fucking insane. I actually got a cuss. This dude said he was. Hold up. Let's change this camera. This dude said he was hired to be security at his white party. Security, bro. Like you have, like, hey, I'm not saying there's morals to being a creep or any type of, violent criminal as Diddy has been accused of. But the security guard, bro, the security guard is there for your interest to make sure things don't get out of hand. If somebody come in try to go upside your head, security handle business. If it's a young lady there getting too wild, security escort out. Yo, you are fucking insane. If these allegations are true and John Doe's lawsuit is proven to be he's found still, that's actually crazy. Security, bro, because I don't know. That's crazy. Security is actually fucking ridiculous. To take advantage of your security is fucking crazy. All right, let's go and watch the video. My bad. It just hit me that this guy said he was hired to be security at the white party. Come on, bro. Now you just being ridiculous. Like, that's crazy.
In the Hamptons. What was that experience like?
At first, he was incredibly friendly, very gracious.
So you had a friendly chat, and then, according to your lawsuit, at some point later in the night, Sean Combs himself offered you a drink. This didn't come from staff or someone holding a tray of drinks. It came from him directly.
Correct.
He gave the dude the drink directly. If these allegations are true, this is like, all of it is fucking terrible, but goddamn, bro, you even out here trying to get your security, the people you hired to protect your life, man, that's crazy work.
First drink started to have some effect on me, and I just thought, wow, these are really strong drinks. It wasn't until the second drink, and it was already too late, that I realized that there was something wrong with the drinks.
Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, what? Oh. What? I'm sorry. Then at least I got distracted by that comment. I'm sorry. I gotta get through this video. Sorry. All right, let's go.
Wow, these are really strong drinks. It wasn't until the second drink, and it was already too late, that I realized that there was something wrong with the drinks. Sadly, Sean Combs was waiting in the wings. He was watching from some sort of vantage point. And once I was in a helpless position and he was sure that he was in a position of power, then he took advantage of the situation.
By Sean Combs.
That's fucking crazy. Like, yo, this dude in this lawsuit, you're going to have to disclose your identity, bro. I'm generally a proponent of he has to disclose his identity, but I do agree that he shouldn't disclose his identity until they're closer to a presumed trial date. And the only reason I give him a little bit more deference than the accuser and the Jay-Z complaint that we went through is because Diddy has a history of violence, making threats, trying to intimidate people. People can say that about Jay-Z, but we don't have a track record to prove that's the case. At least not from my vantage point that we can see in the public forum. It may be people saying it, but I think Diddy clearly has that track record. So I think there is a genuine safety concern that should afford him some anonymity with his identity, but it has to be disclosed if he gets to trial, closer to trial. Because, I mean, regardless of how terrible a person Diddy is, he has to have a right to be able to defend himself.
That act alone, according to your lawsuit, left you in considerable pain. And then once inside the vehicle, your lawsuit says plaintiff was held down by Combs, who overpowered him while he struggled to escape due to the effects of the drugs in his system.
Yeah, that dude, next time his silhouette come up, I'm going to pause it. But all I saw was a big-ass head. That dude looked like he a pretty sizable guy. And he hired to do security for Diddy. Like we've seen Diddy, Gene Deal, all of Diddy's security guards. They not hiring like a 6 foot, 200-pound brother like me. They're hiring some 6'7" big ass buff dude or some shit. So I agree with you.
And it goes on to say that he sodomized you.
I was screaming. I was telling him to stop. It was incredibly painful.
This is crazy. I don't even want to hear this part. Low key. Like, hey, this is terrible. I don't even want to hear this part, even though he already said it. It's just wild. This is uncomfortable for me to listen to. I don't even want to listen to it. God, I'm glad I don't do these types of fucking cases no more. Defending and prosecuting people who are either victims or alleged to have been defendants in these cases. But yeah, this is not no small guy, clearly.
He was acting like it was nothing, and he seemed to be disconnected from it. But it was abusive beyond belief.
Okay, this is just talking about Combs' representative, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Mr. Combs' legal team had full confidence in the fact. The truth will prevail that Mr. Combs has never.
All right, seeing as Elizabeth Wagmeister is doing.
All right, so real quick, before we go through the rest of this video, I can see why you would call cap on this, okay? I can see why you would call cap on this. And for me, I think the thing that makes it seem a little disingenuous, maybe this is just me, y'all let me know. I wonder if did he have something against this guy? That's my point. That's crazy. Now, again, if I see something inconsistent, I'm gonna call out an inconsistency. Of all the victims who we've known who have been identified, this is just, I gotta call out something this inconsistent, and I would spot as an anomaly. Okay, one, hey, if this did happen, it's a big deal for a guy to come forward and say that this shit actually happened, because most guys gonna be like, nah, I'm taking that shit to the grave. So, hey, if this did happen and you came forward, hey, shout out to you for finally having the courage to come forward. But I will tell you, we've seen conversations from a lot of security guards related to Sean Combs, and I think their stories are genuine, especially Gene Deal. And I think the stories are genuine because Gene Deal actually told a story where he actually implicated himself, because he said he used to supply like the condoms to the all-white parties. That's supplying condoms to those parties is just as worse as the person supplying the narcotics for those parties from a legal standpoint. One isn't drugs, but you're still providing something in the furtherance of a crime that's being committed. So I think that most of the people we've seen who associated with security, I think they're telling true stories because they tell stories that even implicate themselves, which is dumb as hell, first of all. But of all the alleged victims, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying Diddy's not a sick person, but this security guard, this person in this video, doesn't appear to be consistent with what we've been hearing from all of the other victims in this case. It's normally women, young women, and in the instances that I've seen people who actually spoke out, if it's a male, it was somebody like I think what's his name, Little Rod says something or something. Very different in overall stature than this big ass security dude. Like, I don't know. And plus, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, if I'm a Diddy's defense attorney, the question would be simple, like, yo, okay, I can bring other security guards up and be like, yo, have you all ever been slipped a Mickey, roofied, whatever it was called, during the course of providing security services for Sean Combs? I just feel confident that mostly anybody you put on that standing position is going to be like, nah, I don't think that that ever happened to me. So I do see how you could call cap on it, because it just seems inconsistent with other patterns of this behavior that we've seen associated with Diddy. Yeah. Holding a pink knife in his hand, that pitchfork. I agree. I'll say that they were party favors. All right, so let's go ahead and finish watching this video, see what they have to say. Remember, this is my first time. I watched like 30 seconds of the video, so I'm seeing it with y'all. That's why I'm pausing it a lot, because I'm like, whoa, wait, what? The security guard, bro? That's crazy. That's like, why would I slip my, I don't know, like my driver? I don't know. It's crazy. It's not making sense. I will say that. There's a lot of questions that I would throw out on cross examination, because it's just not making sense.
Really amazing reporting on this subject is here with your exclusive. What was it like to sit down with this man?
You know, John, this was the first time that he has told anyone other than his attorneys this story. He, as you see, we concealed his identity. He filed his lawsuit back in October as a John Doe. He says that he wants to keep his anonymity because he wants to keep some semblance of his life private. But that's a difficult thing to do, to sit down and tell your story to a stranger as a journalist. So I asked him, why now? Why are you coming forward now? And he said that he did not know that there were other accusers of Sean Combs out there. He only found out from seeing news reports.
Now, him telling her that statement to me, now that actually adds to the fact that this seems a little disingenuous. Hey, it's just a complaint. It could be true, it could be false. But you didn't know there were other accusers out there, and you filed your shit in October. I don't know, like okay, we give everybody the benefit of the doubt because it's just a complaint. We don't know, but that definitely sounds cap. Like that doesn't sound genuine. That sounds completely disingenuous.
And there was one report he saw that there is somebody who alleged that they were 9 years old when they say that they were abused by Sean Combs. And this John Doe that I sat down with, he said, if a 9-year-old could do it, then I could do it. And it made him feel like he wished that he spoke out before, because he could have prevented children from allegedly being abused.
I don't care about anything what the John Doe is saying about other accusers, just personally, because he's only speaking of other accusers in the context that he has heard that they started to file all of these claims. So to me, that's personally irrelevant. And I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Like I just can't buy you saying that. Oh, I didn't know it was other accusers out there, and that like no. I just thought I unilaterally had the courage, then I saw all of this. That doesn't make any sense. Even though nothing is above what Sean Combs may do, but I don't know. That could be a fair point. It either could be legitimate or it could be a paper grab. I don't know, but something about it is giving me cause to pause. But we got to see what other evidence is out there if they're going to file an answer. I seriously doubt Diddy's going to file an answer to this. And if I was the attorneys in this case, I wouldn't want him to file an answer to this. I would try to keep this case in a holding pattern until the criminal matter went forward first. Because once you get that criminal conviction, it actually helps you for purposes of the civil trial. Even though it's something completely different, if Diddy is going to testify, like everybody's going to know that he's got that conviction. Everybody's going to know that this is conduct that he's been convicted of and have done before. And it could only help you in a civil case.
Now, as I said, this lawsuit was initially filed back in October of this year. So these claims are not new, but this is the first time that he sat down. In fact, John, this is the first time that any accuser of Sean Combs has sat down with the media for an interview. Now, I want to play you a bit more of what he told me about these allegations, what he says happened that night in 2007. But I do want to warn our viewers that what he says is graphic and disturbing.
I was screaming. I was telling him to stop.
Man, bro. Hold on real quick. Let me address this comment, which is a fair comment. How is he security but not seeing what was going on or did he only work the one day? Hey, shout out to y'all co-counsel for asking reasonable questions that anybody would want to know who's hearing these allegations. And that's exactly, if we're having these thoughts like, bro, wait, you were security? Like, you were security and you weren't observant? And the other thing is, like, I don't know, like, I have friends who like played in the league, and I've been out the clubs with them. And when they out with security, like, security not on shits and giggles time drinking drinks that's like, now it could have been water, but he didn't say it was water. He said he passed me a drink. And most times, if it's water, people say, oh, he passed me a glass of water. But he said he passed me a drink. See, this is the holes that people was just going to see. He said he passed me a drink, and I thought, ooh, this drink was strong. So it clearly wasn't water. I've seen security for people who are fucking millionaires more than one occasion. One thing they don't do is drink on the job. Unless this guy is like street security, goon squad security, but it's not sounding like he was goon squad security, like Gene Deal type of security. So, like, yo, you security and you on the job drinking an alcoholic beverage, like, I don't know. It's something that's just, hey, we all gonna have these questions. Yeah. It's not a big tip lie, but it sounds a little cappy. Hey, I agree. It's kind of given like, I don't know. That was what I was thinking too. You have to be on point. How you going to protect anyone if you drinking on the job? The other thing too is that brings up another point as we delve into that. Like, I need to know, like, I'm assuming if I'm Sean Combs, I only want armed security. I don't want nobody who's going to just be able to punch somebody and whip their ass. I need somebody who need to pull out that thing and go to work just in case. You're armed security. If you're there, you're armed security. And when you're armed security, you shouldn't be drinking on the job while you actually have a firearm. That's actually illegal. So it's just so many things and questions where this dude could get eviscerated on the stand. So I'm not knowing all the facts. If I'm Sean Combs' attorney and this guy, from what we heard so far, I wouldn't really be too concerned about this guy. Yeah, I did security and police for 35 years. This is a no. Hey, 100% agree with you. Hey, as someone who's been in law enforcement, the most law enforcement agencies, using things, alcohol while you're on the job with your firearm, nah, that's stuff that people lose their job for. So this dude is giving I like that term. It does sound a little cappy. I may have to cut this. I may have to cut this video out of this whole live stream and just post it separately.
It was incredibly painful. He was acting like it was nothing, and he seemed to be disconnected from it. But it was abusive beyond belief.
Now, he says that not a day has gone by where he hasn't thought about this. He said that when something like this happens to you, which is, of course, his allegation that he was drugged and sodomized by Sean Combs back in 2007, he says that it impacts every part of your life. He says that he has not been able to carry on with relationships. He says that he did not tell his wife at the time, who he was married to when this allegedly happened to him. He hasn't told family members or coworkers. And again, that is one of the big reasons why he wants to remain anonymous.
Incredible to hear him tell this story. All right, Elizabeth Wagmeister, thank you very much. Sarah.
All right, joining us now, CNN legal analyst and criminal defense attorney Joey Jackson to discuss more about this. All right.
Let's see what he has to say. This might be good.
First of all, this is a civil lawsuit. Yes. It is not part of the criminal prosecution. But in hearing this, and now that he is coming out to speak, could it be?
So we'll see. There's a lot that has to be unpacked, right? The first thing is remember, Sarah, that this was an amended complaint. Why do I say that, and why is that significant? It's significant because initially when it was filed in October, there was the indication that it happened in 2007, right? Learning, however, that P. Diddy was in St. Tropez then, so it could not have happened then.
Oh, this dude capping. No, I ain't gonna say he capping, but come on, bro. You amended your Come on, see, this is the shit I don't like right here. Like, yo, if you got a valid, legitimate legal claim, file your shit. That's what this whole legal process is for. But come on now, see, I didn't know that. But come on, you filed the complaint. The time in the complaint was inconsistent with Diddy's whereabouts was. He was in Saint Tropez. So you do amended complaint. Like, come on, bruh. You security, you drinking on the job. Ain't no other security guard ever. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. Come on. That's yeah, Sir Capelot. Yeah, this dude. Yeah, that once you hear that about the complaint, that's wild. Let me run that back. That's come on, bro. You come on, man.
When it was filed in October, there was the indication. Why is that significant? It's significant because initially, when it was filed in October, there was the indication that it happened in 2007, right? Learning, however, that P. Diddy was in St. Tropez then, so it could not have happened then. So it was amended to include, right, the year after, okay? That's a problem. There was also the indication.
Bruh, why'd y'all even fucking interview this dude? Like, real talk, like, I don't know who. I mean, I guess they trying to get a buzz or a story, but yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this video out separate from this live stream because this one is giving BS. Like, I'm normally one of the most neutral. Hey, it depends. It could be this or it could be this. You can file a complaint, you file an answer, but come on, bruh. Your story already sounded goofy, and now you amended your complaint to go back in time to capture a time because your initial complaint had a date that was inconsistent with Sean Combs' whereabouts in relations to your allegation that's given money grab. Come on, I don't know. That's actually crazy. Yeah, that's this dude. Yeah, I'm not believing anything. Yeah.
Initially that, right, he wasn't married, and now we're learning he is. Why do I say that? Because every case turns on its facts. So if you
why is he lying about what being married? Come on, bro. And you lying about stupid shit that's always on record. You ain't got no credibility.
There was also the indication initially that, right, he wasn't married, and now we're learning he is. Why do I say that? Because every case turns on its facts. So if you're going to determine, right, civil, it's a civil case, it involves monetary damages, not criminal, you're going to assess the credibility of it. Now, attorneys for, of course, P. Diddy are going to have a field day with that, of course, because when you sit down with your lawyer, you verify. Your lawyer doesn't say, oh, that's what happened. Okay. You verify it, you vet it, you ensure that it's factually accurate. And so therefore, I think those two distinctions are going to be very important. Would you have not known that you were married at this time? Would you have not known? Should you have shared it with your spouse? Potentially not. It's embarrassing, but did you know you were married at all? Did you know where you were, when you were, etc.? So it's a question of fact, and I think it'll be vetted certainly by criminal investigators to determine whether or not it's useful, and then it'll be up to the judge to determine whether it is admissible.
I am curious about something. He told our Elizabeth Wagmeister there that he'd not told anyone about this until he spoke, I think, to his attorneys. How difficult will it be to prove this?
So what ends up happening is that, you know, there's a lot of embarrassment and a lot of shame, right? And there's a lot of sensitivity as it relates to victims. And sometimes you have victim, and it's called recent outcry information, where they'll say something to a friend, I can't believe it. That's powerful evidence. In some circumstances, there's humiliation and they don't. And there are experts who will testify to that. On the issue of proof, however, there's the indication that a celebrity was present. That's according to this particular victim, Elizabeth doing an excellent job in that interview. But there was the issue of, hey, there's celebrity present. Does that celebrity come forward? There's the indication that he told his supervisor, he being the victim who worked for a private security company, telling his supervisor. Will the supervisor come forward? Did anybody else know? So these are all questions of proof. And to the extent that you have corroboration, meaning it's not just you, there's other people, it's easier to establish your claim.
And speaking of this idea of shame that victims often feel, this.
Enough for Sir Capelot. This dude is I agree with all the comments. No, bro, I'm just not buying it. And I'm about as objective weight of the evidence as they come. He thought he was gonna get a money grab. I agree 100% with that statement. I don't know. It's just like this. See, this is the shit that drives me crazy because I do believe that there are legitimate people who are victims out there, but cats like that just make it harder for people who may be a legitimate victim who actually suffered some type of traumatic event at the hands of this wrongdoer. And this security guard just coming up with this story where he don't got the date right. He don't know if he was fucking married at the time or if he was not married at the time. He private security, but he drinking on the damn job. I told my supervisor, you told your supervisor you had a drink? Because I'd have fired your ass. Like, it's just giving money grab to me. Hey, normally I don't like to say that, but this shit makes absolutely no sense. This is actually worse than the video I did on the cartel member who was suing Diddy from jail. This is actually worse facts than that. And I personally suspect that this will probably get thrown out relatively easy. Yeah. What did he tell his wife what happened to the frozen? I don't know, but I don't know. I think this is crazy. I'm not believing it. His silhouette seems inconsistent with the people who provided cases against Diddy who actually had way more detail. I don't know. I would love to see Gene Deal speak on this to see like, yo, he would give security drinks too, but I've never heard a security guard say anything to that effect, and I'm calling cap on it. Yo, let's see. I don't know. We could agree. I could agree that they both are beautiful. We'll just leave it at that. we'll just leave it at that. But yo, y'all let me know what y'all think on the comments, folks on the replay side of the game. All right, real quick. One more story is two things we could cover because I saw them and I thought they both were interesting. And it's just a quick video, either way you decide to go. Video number one is the Boston council member. She was previously an undocumented immigrant, but she was recently arrested for taking bribes in the bathroom of the State House, if I'm not mistaken. Or number two, I don't know if you all remember, one story is funnier than the other. I don't know if you all remember the Hawk Tuah girl. Y'all know who the Hawk Tuah girl is? It's a girl who went viral, but she is under a lot of scrutiny because she finessed a lot of people out of millions of dollars. I generally don't like scammers. I generally think scammers are bad, but a lot of times people fall for scammers. People getting scammed is, I'm not going to say the fault of the victim, but the victim could have identified some red flags. So let me know in the chat. Y'all want story A or story B before we get out of here? One is definitely funnier than the other. one is definitely funnier than the other. Let me go ahead and cue it up so we can get out here. And if y'all don't put A or B, I'm going to just give y'all the one that I would like. And y'all probably know is the funny one because I think it's hilarious that people would actually do this. Let's see. Let's see. Damn, this is actually a really big fucking deal. People just going in on it all the time and discussing this. Let me see. Nah, we're gonna do. We're gonna do this one right here. This one. Oh, oh, okay. All right. So, all right. Oh man, see, I was going for the other one because I thought that one was funny too. But all right, let's go and pull it up. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up from my history because I watched a video on it that was, when I saw it, I was like, is this a real thing? All right. This is a video. I'm gonna give a shout out to I'm gonna give a shout out to the creator, and she's actually a very good content creator. If you all want to get some interesting stories, y'all check it out. Her name is Riva TV. She's got a pretty sizable channel, 205,000 subscribers. Now I heard of, I don't know. I'm sure y'all familiar with y'all on YouTube, on social media, so y'all should be familiar with who the Hawk Tuah girl is. But this is one of the funnier scams that I think I've seen, because I think it was completely fucking avoidable. But let's go and cue up this video, and y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all shout out to Riva TV is where I caught this story at, so we're gonna react straight to her content. Let's check it out.
We're about to witness the downfall of Hawk Tuah girl, aka Haley Welch.
I don't know a lot about cryptocurrency, but I know enough to let you know that Haley Welch is going to go to jail for what she did. And in case you forgot who she is, she's the Hawk Tuah girl.
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. Now listen.
Shout out to Riva TV. Y'all go check out her channel. She got a lot of good content. I've been subscribed to her for a minute.
Okay, now I done talked to you guys about Hawk Tuah when she originally went viral for her street commentary, which she made her claim to fame name, the Hawk Tuah comment, which if anybody does not know who this woman is, I'm going to go ahead and play that clip so you guys can get familiar or be reminded of exactly what happened.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
Now, I just want to remind everybody, this was a random street interview. This man has his own YouTube channel in which he walks up to different people on the streets and he asks them different questions or whatever. And so this was not anything that was orchestrated by the two of them. They were strangers. They met. She made this comment. And her friend had no problem pushing her to the forefront for her to make said comment. You gotta get a spicy one.
You want a spicy one?
Yeah.
What's one move in bed that make a man go crazy every time?
One what?
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time? That you do?
That I do.
Yeah. That makes a man go crazy every time.
I'm gonna give her credit. Sometimes people get fame from doing things that require little or actually no talent. She did a good job on capitalizing on her 15 minutes of fame, probably minus the crypto scam, but generally I think she did a good job capitalizing.
This is for her.
What?
You gotta answer this. You gotta. So went massively viral, like millions and millions of views on different, platforms.
The video was originally posted June 11th, 2024 as an Instagram reel by Tim and D TV, and it received over 8 million views in under a week.
I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Look, be that time.
The next day, TikToker Dustin Laney reposted the video, receiving over 2.4 million views in under 5 days. Thus, the slew of memes began, mostly placing the Hawk Tuah girl in various settings via green screen template.
And then she decided to take that, comment and turn it into her brand name as Hawk Tuah. And she's been doing multiple things. She was selling merch very early in the beginning of this situation. She then was, at concerts, just being like a personality,
Again.
Then she started a podcast.
I think she was a teacher too, if I'm not mistaken. But fame from something that was completely talentless, started a podcast, coming out doing concerts. I'm not mad at that. If you get 15 seconds of fame, you better jump on that shit, make t-shirts, bumper stickers, baby seats, whatever you can.
So she's just been doing like all these different things with her quote unquote 15 minutes of fame. She's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and work this thing.
Everybody in the comments is saying how I have 15 minutes of fame. I'll last 15 minutes.
Now, very, very recently, as in a couple of days ago, Hawk Tuah girl decided to create this meme coin, okay, in which so many people, thousands.
All right, let's pause it. Because y'all know when I was super finance heavy, I actually did a video on crypto scams. One was called, the name of the coin was fucking Scam Coin. and the black dude created it. He was mad hood too. He was mad hood too. It was called Super Cool Automated Money Scam Coin, and this dude had a shitload of investors. So now let's pivot here. We got a girl who got 15 minutes of fame for claiming about her special move in the bedroom. Shout out to her for capitalizing on it, making t-shirts. She got a podcast that people are coming on. That's a big deal. But she created a crypto coin. Who in the fuck would invest in a crypto coin that was created by a person? And the sole reason you know who this person is because they told you they like to spit on things in the bedroom. That's actually insane. And I don't like to see people lose their money on stupidity, but this is just me. Take it with a grain of salt. If you invested in the crypto Hawk coin, you kind of assume the risk of losing all of your shit. I think that's actually kind of wild. That's kind of wild to invest in the Hawk coin, bruh. Like anybody who invested in the Hawk coin, what is the Hawk coin investor? That's the sound that you all get because that was your own fault.
Hundreds of thousands of people are claiming that they were scammed out of their money because of Hawk Tuah girl.
So she could potentially be going to jail. If you don't know what happened, she pulled a crypto scam on thousands of people. Using her podcast and her brand, if you can call it that, she created an entire cryptocurrency centered around herself and sold it to her followers. A bunch of insider trading happened. People bought into it for millions and millions of dollars. They pulled the rug out from under everyone that bought into it. They kept all the money. They kept all the profit from the fees, and everyone that bought into it lost all their money.
Now, the first thing I got to say is again, when I first made my reaction video, I had all these people coming at me. Oh, you just jealous of her. You jealous because, she's in the spotlight and she garnered all this attention and all these, millions of followers on Instagram. Like those are literally people who, when I reacted to the video of the viral Hawk Tuah moment, people were coming at me crazy in defense of this woman. And I was like, guys, I'm just trying to tell y'all that people get rich and switch. There's a couple red flags, right? A couple red flags that happened within this interview. And that's exactly what happened. Okay. That is clearly and evidently what happened. Now, a lot of the people who were, again, defensive to me or defensible on life savings to so much that they are spending allegedly their life savings to invest in something that she is pushing and promoting because they want to support her.
Don't support me that much. If I come out with a DFD coin, I wish all y'all would. Like, don't support me. Don't support any content creator that much to where you put in the goddamn life savings, your whole 401k retirement on the fucking DFD coin. That's crazy as hell. I wouldn't do that to y'all, but don't do it for nobody else either. That's crazy.
Only for her to allegedly pull the rug from everybody else's feet, take the money out the coin, and now people are without their investments. And that's just it. That's just the end of it. They put their money in, thinking that it's going to grow, they're going to get a return on investment, and it's over.
Welch. Haley created a crypto coin that allowed for people to invest in her. After Haley started receiving all of these major investments, Haley took that crypto coin that she had created and sold it all. One person who invested in her said that he had invested in upwards of $35,000, which was his life savings.
Bruh who invested $35,000 is the simp of the year. I don't know who it is, but whoever invested $35,000 in Hawk Tuah Girls coin, you are the simp of the year. Again, I don't like to victim blame for anything, but I'm victim blaming for you. That's completely your fault. I don't even blame Hawk Tuah Girl for that. I mean, just come on, steal my money. Why don't you? Like, I don't know. Like that's extremely extremely simpish behavior.
So all these people that were investing were betting on the success of Hawk Tuah Haley Welch. Another TikToker shared that what this method or what she had done is called a rug pull, and it is considered illegal. So will Haley get arrested for this? I don't know, but I do believe this may contribute to the downfall of Hawk Tuah, our beloved Haley Welch.
Now, here's the thing, right?
All right, now I don't even want to watch any more of this video because what? Hey, shout out to everybody in the comments. I don't know, like I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's one thing to support a person as a creator, right? Like, shout out to everybody in the comments, but this is the people who invested in this. This is their own fault. I don't feel sorry for them. I probably should. Yes, it is a crime. It's akin to essentially a Ponzi scheme. You create something that you know has no real value, and you get people to invest in it. Then when you get people to invest in it, you like, I got my money. I'm good to go. We've seen plenty of, we haven't seen because they don't publicize it, but a lot of people have gotten prosecuted over this. I don't know. I just can't understand how you go from a street interview comment celebrity to creating a crypto coin, and people are fucking investing their life savings. I think that's actually crazy, but yo, you know, hey, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I'm not mad at somebody for winning stupid ass prize, but that's actually wild. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments. I think it's actually ridiculous, and I don't know. I can't see I don't know. Has anybody like else got like this famous off of a street interview that who wasn't already famous when they did it? I want to say the total amount that she got away with, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was something like $6 million. So she finessed her Hawk Tuah comment into some whack ass merch, into performing at concerts, into a relatively successful podcast, to creating a bullshit Hawk Tuah crypto coin, to getting goofy simps to actually pay their life savings for this crypto coin, from selling all of her shares in it, getting a $6 million bag. So that's actually insane. Yeah. She would have so Tupperware. I agree. Like, I don't know. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. It is what it is. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm about to jump off here because I wasn't planning on doing a live, but due to technical difficulties, we had to do it. So it is what it is. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to get at y'all on Friday. We're going to have a live. It's going to be something that's interesting. I did a deep dive into Republican Party in Thornton Township, and I'm calling out the people of Thornton because I want to know why y'all don't look over there at the Republican side. I looked over at the Republican side because at first when I brought it up in the comments, a lot of people was like, oh, well, the Republican Party, you know, it's kind of not geared toward what the population of Dalton is, until I looked at the Republican candidates for the Thornton Township, and a lot of them were people of color. So I got some questions and things that I want to talk about. Like, okay, we seen some tomfoolery going over on the Democratic side. Why don't y'all want to go over to the Republican side? Especially because the Republicans over there are literally people in your community who look like you are, but nobody's actually even given that an option. Maybe that's just me. I think it's something interesting worth discussing. That's why I did a deep dive into those actual candidates as well. I appreciate it. Shout out to the new subscriber. I appreciate it. So, hey, I appreciate that comment. Shout out to everybody in the chat who tuned in. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe. Be blessed. Peace.